Hey fellow runners, what's up? In the past weekend here in Berlin there was the marathon, so a very special time of the year where every corner of the city is packed with the runners who are doing shakeouts, parties, and it's really amazing. The vibe is so powerful. This long marathon weekend was really hot, and not just for the temperatures, but because it started already on a Thursday with ASICS and the Fresh Pattern Collective, which is a running club, running community here in Berlin. They both collaborated together to organize really cool running events, and of course, I want to bring you with me in the experience. So, as I was saying, the schedule started on a Thursday. We arrived at the Bold Space events in Mitte. ASICS and the Fresh Patterns Collective really set up a cool event with shoe testing, DJ. There was a buffet, only healthy food for the record, so runners approved. And also a special guest, the brand new ASICS Mega Blast. And as a front runner, I had the huge luck to get a pair too and test them. Quick shoe spotlight and unboxing for you. The ASICS Mega Blast is a very snug and supportive shoe. It has a cushioning which is responsive and perfect for speed and comfort. And also the aesthetic is dope. This bold violet, the energetic orange. I absolutely love this contrast between something mindful, something a little bit mysterious like the purple, and then bam, the orange, you know? Wow, fantastic. And honestly, this is currently my favorite shoe, both in terms of comfort and aesthetic, because you can both use them for faster sessions for races, but they're also okay for training, they have enough cushioning. And after chatting and warming up the atmosphere, then we went to a nearby location to start our Blessed Champs. We had a relay right in front of the Alexanderplatz Tower. Really motivational view, especially because it was in the evening, so with the night lights and all, it created a really cool atmosphere. And what was the deal? We were teams of 3 people running the following distances, so 400 meters, 800 meters, and 1600 meters, so always double. I were in team with Luna and Oliver, also ASICS FrontRunners from Berlin. And I decided to run the shorter distance, the 400 meters, because I'm still recovering postpartum now, the 4th month after giving birth. So yeah, it was a wise decision, especially because I'm not that confident yet with sprints. So we were many groups of runners and ran the laps at our max speed. But the cool thing about it was that before starting to run each lap, the group of 3 people, the teams, had to answer some questions about ASICS as a brand and its history, as well as the products, and I found it really fun, such a nice idea. It was a very friendly way to connect each other and challenge ourselves a little bit. And after that, we just had our buffet and chatted, and then there was a DJ, so really cool Thursday evening. And that continued on Saturday, pre-marathon day. We arrived again at the event space and had a delicious breakfast, and then a shakeout run in collaboration with the Fresh Pattern Collective again. Tons of more ASICS FrontRunners joined us because they were all running the marathon. So before starting the shakeout run, something which I really enjoyed happened. So we all received an envelope with a question, and the question was, what does running in a community feels like for you? Me personally, I wrote energizing, fun, motivational, and a blessing. And this particular thing, it looked like something, a detail and a nice thing, but I actually realized the power of it just after the shakeout run. But let's proceed with order. I will tell you later about it. So we filled this question out and then we went for our shakeout run. It was really cool because besides all the ASICS fellow runners which I already knew from other events or from Berlin itself, I also had the pleasure to meet new ones from other countries, especially my own one, Italy, because there were a couple front runners from there and it was really fun. This is Emanuele. He ran 4 times Berlin Marathon. Bella, what's your goal for tomorrow?
My goal for tomorrow, having a lot of fun.
Yes!
Waiting for the new video YouTube.
So what's your tip, your takeaway?
My tip is to start really slow because the first half, the marathon, is really fast, flat and fast.
Okay. So about our shakeout run, we did actually a very panoramic course because we started right there at the Bold Event Space, so in Mitte, and then we went until the Museum Insel. But to go there, we crossed a lot of very Berliner streets with a lot of graffiti and, you know, just that underground Berliner vibe, which I personally really love as a local and as a proud Berliner. So it felt really like home. But at the same time, I also felt super excited to be showing my home city to all the other fellow runners who came from elsewhere. We also crossed the river, ran over bridges, which is something I particularly love and always energizes me. And then we had group pictures and videos on the bridge with a nice view of the dome and the tower at Museum Insel. And in that very moment, I actually realized, wow, this is really cool what I'm experiencing right now. I'm so lucky, I'm so blessed. And here I naturally come to what I was saying before regarding that envelope, that question. In that very moment, I realized that what I wrote was actually what I was missing, you know? For me, the most important word was a blessing. And as someone who grew up in a small village, who always missed that community feeling, who craved for it, it's pretty clear that I wrote it because right now I feel extremely lucky to have found it, finally, to be part of the ASICS FrontRunners, first of all, but also to be able to meet so many fellow runners here in Berlin where I live. And other people said things like, it feels like home, it feels like family. And also there, I realized maybe what we are all writing, maybe it has something to do with something we missed or are missing a lot. And yeah, that's just something, I don't know if it's right, but for me at least it is. What I wrote, it's partly also coming from something that I really missed and that I'm now happy to, experience, to have at disposal. So now let's come to the post-shakeout run. There was again a lot of healthy, delicious food, and also we were able to print this nice sticker on ASICS t-shirts. This is actually the Tokyo collection. Wait, I'm gonna show you better. Really nice, huh? And I also got this super cool cap and other goodies and wear from ASICS. So thanks a lot, ASICS and the Fresh Pattern Collective as well. But that's not all. There weren't just stands for custom t-shirts. There were also themed nails, smoothies, healthy snacks. So I felt really lucky again to participate in this all. And that was it with the ASICS organized events. After that, there were also a cheering zone and the expo, but I was honestly pretty tired, and also I had to take care of my little one. She's still 4 months old, so still I was very grateful for what I could experience. And yeah, hopefully next year I'll be in the cheering zone too with ASICS. But on marathon day, I actually did something else. I decided to support Ruth for some kilometers. If you don't know her, she's an 87 years old marathoner. Yes, crazy, I know. If you would love to know more about her and how does she do it all, check it out in this video because I interviewed her and she was so kind to say yes to that. So don't miss that. So yeah, coming back to marathon day, after cheering on the street in my neighborhood, I decided to join Ruth for some kilometers. And again, I was so impressed, so inspired by her example of grit and motivation. And it also felt so special to be in that atmosphere, even though I wasn't running the official marathon. And I was hoping nobody kicked me out, because I know it wasn't 100% right that I was just sneaking into that, but I just did for 2 or 3 kilometers and nobody told me anything, luckily. And yeah, that was really cool. Then on the way back home, it was funny because I was running on the opposite directions of the marathon, and some people from the marathon told me, "Hey, you're going in the wrong direction." I think they were joking, of course, but there was a fun moment.
Du siehst super aus, Ruth. Wirklich. Ich schieb dir alles. Ja.
Just for some context, I actually already ran the marathon course, but solo. I decided to do this adventure and it was really fun, also because I did it between the night and day, but I thought that would have been enough to, satisfy my curiosity about the marathon course, and it did at the time, but now that I had the chance to run a little bit of it, I have to say, it's really another thing when you're in the real official marathon atmosphere. And yes, it made me want to run it officially as well. Let's see if that happens. So yeah, fellow runner, that's a wrap of my pre-marathon weekend in Berlin with ASICS and the Fresh Pattern Collective. I really can't wait to see again all my teammates in November in Frankfurt. Stay tuned for a vlog on that. And also to experience this marathon atmosphere again next year. But hey, what about you? Have you ever run Berlin Marathon, or are you also dreaming of that? Let me know it in the comments, fellow runners. I can't wait to read you all. I hope you enjoyed this little vlog. Cheers from Berlin, and I'll see you in the next video. Feel your run!